one edge of the Milky Way, way out on a tip. Well, now astronomers tell us, no, things have changed. We're closer to being in the middle of the Milky Way. And that's part of the reason why the night sky looks different than it did before. That I find interesting, that supposedly the position of the Earth in the Milky Way has changed. Is that true? I don't know. Astronomers are saying so. So I just have to go with what they're saying because I am not an astronomer. But, you know, they're saying that, so I'll go with it. Looking through the center of the Milky Way, one of the things that is true is that even radio telescopes, you look right through the middle and you hit a dead spot. Nothing can go through it, including radio waves. You take a telescope and go around, you know, look around, so on and so forth. You hit a spot which is right looking through the middle of the Milky Way, looking at what would be call it the antipodal, look it up if you don't know what it is, the exact opposite of where we are. You hit that point and everything goes dead. You don't see anything. If you are using a radio telescope, all of a sudden the static that you're hearing, you should be tuned to 1600 megahertz, which is the resonant frequency of hydrogen. Hydrogen is the most common element in the universe, so because of that, most radio telescopes listen at 1600 megahertz because that's where most static and so forth is. Anyway, you hit that point, there's nothing there. That has caused, over the years, that fact that one point looking directly through the Milky Way, you hit a point where radio waves go dead, light goes dead, there's nothing there. It's caused science fiction to take up and make novels and movies and so on and so forth. That supposedly on the other side is a duplicate to the area around us. How far out? I don't know. Earth, yes. Mars, maybe. I don't know. You know, just the universe that's around us, our sun, for instance, that on the other side of the Milky Way, that we cannot either hear with a radio telescope or see visually with a regular telescope. Science fiction novels have had a great time writing about, oh gee, you know, there's a duplicate world on the other side and people exist just like us and so on and so forth. Well, is that true? Is there really a second world just like Earth, almost like Earth, on the other side? Because right in the middle of the Milky Way supposedly is a black hole. You should know what a black hole is. Nothing that goes into a black hole goes out. So in other words, radio static that goes into it and doesn't come back out. Light goes into it, doesn't come back out. That's why looking through the center of the Milky Way, there's a spot where you see nothing, you hear nothing, radio telescopes go dead, everything is zero. Does that mean that things have changed where Earth has physically moved in the galaxy, where our counterpart on the other side, if there is one, has also moved, and we are now merging with that other Earth and surrounding planets, Mars, even the Sun, so on and so forth. I have to wonder, that one bit of information which I have confirmed by talking to a few astronomers and a couple of astronomers, and also checking things on the internet, that's true. What I just told you is true, and I invite you to check it out yourself. It's interesting that this has brought out some totally unrelated facts. For instance, the killing of JFK, that Jackie Kennedy was perhaps the shooter of her husband. If you look at the video, it's very clear that she shot him. All I can say is look up the videos. That sounds, really crazy, just totally nuts. But was there a reason for it? We'll never, everybody involved just about is dead, so we'll never know. Why did it, if that really did happen, if Jackie Kennedy was actually the shooter of her husband, why did it happen? When, why, how, so on and so forth? It really makes you wonder. That's one of a number of things. If you go through and look at other videos that you can find by putting in Mandela Effect, that's just one of a number of things which are really not related, I'd say, directly to the Mandela Effect, but has come out anyway, and that was the most startling to me, was the one about Jackie Kennedy. So there are a number of other things, scientific, which I have uncovered and would like to go into depth with you, but I also don't want to make each of these videos 25 to 30 minutes long. So I'm going to stop here and make this, call it part 2 of Nikola Tesla was correct, which is, I think, what I called the first one, part 2. Well, the next one will be part 3. So anyway, I'm going to stop here. This is W0tm signing off. Thank you very much for viewing, and I'll get to the next one just as soon as I can. I'm trying to read all of your comments. I'm sorry I can't get back to every one of them, but I didn't expect 40,000 to come back at me all at once. I'm getting to them as fast as I can, so please bear with me. Thank you very much. This is W0tm signing off. Take care. Bye-bye.